You can use the powerful AJAX functionality of the ASPxGridView to override default client-side system behavior at runtime. For example, when you right-click on the column headers of a grid, the default context menu provided by the web browser is displayed. In this video, you'll learn how to display a custom-styled context menu for the column headers of the grid. So let's get started. I'll start with an ASP.NET application that has an ASPxGridView control bound to an Access data source. The Access data source is bound to the departments table of the departments.mdb sample database. Since I haven't made any modifications to the grid, I run the application to demonstrate the default behavior of the grid. By default, the web application is run and displays in the Internet Explorer browser. I right-click on a column header, and you can see that the context menu provided by the web browser is displayed. I copy the URL and paste it in the Mozilla Firefox web browser. Again, I right-click a column header and the browser-specific context menu is displayed. This isn't unexpected, as we're not specifying any new context menus to override the default one. I close the web browsers and return to Visual Studio. First, I'll need to create a new pop-up menu to be displayed when the user right-clicks on a column header. For this, I'll use an ASPX pop-up menu control. I drag and drop one from the toolbox onto the form. I'll open its Smart Tag and click on Auto Format. I'll select the preset Youthful Scheme so that it matches the style of the grid control. I click on OK and close the Auto Format editor. Next, I'm going to add a few sample items to the pop-up menu. To do this, I click on the Items link located in the Controls Smart Tag. This brings up the Menu Item Collection editor. I add 3 items and give them appropriate task names that correspond to the column header. I click on OK to close the editor. Finally, I set the Client Instance Name property of the pop-up menu control so that it can be invoked and displayed at runtime. Thanks to the grid's advanced AJAX capabilities, I can implement code to override the system-based menu and instead display a custom pop-up menu. To do this, I need to handle the client-side context menu event of the ASPxGridView. This event is raised after the end user has right-clicked within the ASPxGridView. It then enables a context menu to be displayed. To do this, I open the Grid Smart Tag and invoke its client-side events editor. I select Context Menu from the list of available events on the left pane. On the right, I can add the code to display the context menu. First, I'll make sure that this context menu is displayed only if the user has clicked within the grid's column headers area. Then I'll call the ShowAtPost method of the pop-up menu control to display the context menu on the current coordinates of the mouse cursor. And that's it. I close the client-side event editor and run the application to see the results. Within Internet Explorer, I right-click on a column header. You can see that the header menu is displayed. I switch to the Firefox web browser and load the same page. Again, a right-click on the column header leads to the same exact context menu to be displayed. Notice that in both cases, the menu retains the same custom formatting applied to it at design time. To learn more, check out the ASPxGridView documentation by clicking on the link below. Thanks for watching, and thank you for choosing DevExpress.